Alright guys, we're about to go into the race. 33 car field tonight, very big field, so like I said, take it easy on the first couple of laps. If there's a big pile up, let me know. I'll throw a safety car if need be, but it's not going to be unless there's a massive pile up that people can't get through. Please just take your time, and to finish first you must finish. But from everyone at the Global iRacing Leagues for the first IndyCar series for Global iRacing Leagues, big thank you to showing up. It's a great field tonight, and hope you all show up for the remainder of the season. Again, it's broadcast live, so keep the driving standards high, please.
Okay, Aiden, what's the start procedure?
So, rolling start, all starts and restarts are on the leader.
Copy.
Well, here we are live at the beautiful Detroit Belle Isle track, and we have got IndyCars here today, and this is brought to you by Global iRacing Leagues. I'm Mark Michaels, I'm from Dalby Racing Team. I'll be bringing to you round one live from Detroit. The cars have just finished their qualifying session. So they will be starting to line up for the grid. There they are. This is a rolling start. So they will line up behind the safety cars. Big field tonight. We have 33 Indy cars
Good luck,
on
everyone.
the Belle Isle track. So
Good luck all.
very tight, twisty circuit, very bumpy. So we'll certainly go through the field and see who we've got in the lineup.
Good luck, everyone.
We've got Lachlan Capel. He has got pole position in the number 18 car.
Yep, luck's what we're going to need.
Sebastian Vardell in that 444 car. He has taken second position alongside Lachlan. We have Cowham in third. Agathos fourth. Turner fifth. Baxter sixth. Spinozzi 7th, Beaumont 8th, Carr is in 9th, Jay Schultz is in 10th, Darren McKenzie 11th, and we will look down. We have Scotty Rankin, he is in 12th position, Dave Oliver in 13th, Blake Urquhart 14th, Joshua Robertson 15th, Aidan Schultz 16th, Tom Pritchard in 17th, Brian Bullock is in 18th, Julian Mookie is in 19th. Davis is in 20th.
Best luck, gents.
So you can see that
Good luck.
huge field. We have Ryan Barber, he's in 21st position. Brett Elder has taken 22nd.
Lord have mercy on our souls.
Huge field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This will be
Amen.
a very interesting race. So it was Turkman's in 23rd, Jordan 24th, Mortensen 25th, Fenley 26th, Kearns 27th, Cock 28th, McLennan 29th, Kersey 30th, Campbell in 31st, and we have Terra 32nd, and Tomlin rounds up the field in 33rd position. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute huge field here tonight. We're being led out by Lachlan Capel. He has taken pole position. So this is their warm-up lap. So Sebastian Bardell is not too far behind, only 0.5 of a second. I must say, very tricky cars to drive, especially on this circuit. Looks like we've had a bit of an incident in the back of the field. They get through the tight, twisty sections. Looks like we do have a few cars already in the pits.
Go past Lindsay.
But Lachlan Capel is doing the job at the moment. Very bumpy circuit, very tight, very twisty in certain sections.
Sorry about that, Adam.
But let's have a look out the view of Sebastian Bardell's car.
Yeah, good start to the series. Take out the league admin in the first lap. Well done.
Yeah,
We'll
sorry,
sit
mate.
back and relax and have a hot lap.
Yeah, mate. Happens.
Back a second now from Lachlan Capel. You can see how bumpy it is. Not much room for error. There's concrete walls absolutely everywhere. Gets a little bit sideways through that high-speed kick and over the finish line again. Three yeses. Go back through the field and have a look at some of the other cars. So Cowham's in a big mess. Huge accident. Yeah, it didn't look like that car could go on. That was absolutely massive. But it looks like a lot of the drivers have chosen the softer tyres. But it's Lachlan Capel at the moment. He's 0.37 of a second ahead against Sebastian Bardell. You can see that gap has closed up. Looks like Sebastian and Lachlan have pulled away. They've got a 3.5 second gap approximately from Mark Turner in third place, but he is chasing hard and he's hot in pursuit by Agathos and Baxter. Going through the S's. Huge amount of grip these Indy cars do have, but once you go over that threshold, it's hold on and just along for the ride. So certainly very skilled in these pilots of these monster machines. It does look like it's getting quite tight up the front, but Mark Turner seems to be holding off Dimitri and Peter at this stage, but one little error and they'll be all over him. But we do have something happening at the front. And Lockie's defending hard. So it looked like Sebastian had a bit of a look and Capel said, no thank you. I'm going to shut the door on you, so you're going to have to try and find another way round. But they do get it a little bit sideways round those corners. Fantastic to see. Amazing car control. So we'll have a look now at Peter Baxter. He's in the top 5, running 5th at the moment. Chasing hard. He's only 0.69 behind Dimitri Agathos. So certainly has got a sniff. And he will be chasing hard. This race is 35 laps. And they have completed lap 5. As you can see on the track map, it is a very busy track. So then we have a little bit of a gap to Fitzroy Beaumont. So he's chasing hard, a little bit in no man's land at the moment, but he does have Blake Urquhart hot on his heels. So he's only a couple of seconds in it. Blake's running in 7th at the moment. Midline Sim Racing. So, bit of a sideways moment there. Bit heavy on that go
Keep it close, like Alex will try and give it to you into turn 3.
So running in 8th at the moment is Scott Rankin. And he does have Alex and Bradley not too far behind. Alex Spinozzi is only 0.4 of a second behind. With Bradley Carr, he's only 1.4 seconds behind them. Oh, Scotty slowed down. I wonder if there was a little bit of an issue. Or he's just letting the faster driver by, but yeah, good sportsmanship there. So Alex moves up a spot and Scott drops down to 9th, and he'll have to deal with Bradley soon. Bradley's only 1.1 seconds behind Scott Rankin. So that's your top 10 at the moment. We'll go back to the leader. And Cable's doing the job at the moment, and he's stretched the lead out to 0.8 of a second. So it looks like he's just holding it there. Can hear a little bit of that net code scraping, but nothing to worry about. These guys look like they're doing it easy. They look like they're in absolute cruise control. Doing a fantastic job. Here's a bird's eye view from Sebastian's car, chasing down Lachlan Cable. Oh, we've had a turnaround. So that did look like Steve McClellan. And we're still on board now with Sebastian Bardell, and he's chasing Lockie Cable, and we've come into some lap traffic here. Look how quickly they go by that lap traffic. Absolutely amazing. Oh, little bit of a bump there. Lockie's lost his rear wing. Sebastian does the right thing by backing off, but I don't think this is going to help Lockie's case at all. We were certainly on board when that happened. Yes, Lockie's definitely going to suffer now. And just a most unfortunate tap, and it does look like Lockie has gone into the pits. That's a wise decision, because it would be an absolute handful to muscle around this track.
Mark's on the left, right.
So Sebastian has taken over the lead, and he has run into some lap traffic now. Can't blink those headlights in Indy cars.
Okay.
So the other cars do have to be mindful about lap traffic and look out for those blue flags. But Sebastian doing the job at the moment.
Yeah, look,
and he has a 2-second lead. Will Obi gets through the lap traffic all right? And he does. So it looks like a bit of chatter on the radio just saying, yep, go through, go through.
Left feet.
So it doesn't look like the lap traffic has held up Sebastian too much. He still maintains a 2-second gap to Mark Turner. And Peter Baxter is just passing lap traffic there, and he is running in 3rd position, and he's 2.4 seconds behind Mark Turner. Certainly a real shame for Lachlan Capel. Just there, the slightest of taps. You certainly wouldn't have thought that the ring would just pop off like a soda can. But anyway,
Half lap.
they say that's racing, and
Cheers, mate. Champion.
you certainly have some good ones and bad ones. But we'll jump on board with Lockie Capel, and we'll see. He's
Going right.
in ninth position at the moment.
Cheers, mate.
So he will be chasing hard. He's 2.1 seconds behind this man, Bradley Carr. So we'll see if he can make sort of a comeback. You just saw him in the distance there, so he's not too far away. He's within eye shot, so that will be spurring him on. But it does look like Sebastian is pulling away a little bit. He's stretching it out to a 2.5 second lead in the front. So this will be interesting now to see if Bradley gets held up. Oh, Scott Rankin, I think that was Scott Rankin who has put it sideways. He has. Just a bit too heavy on the gas. He'll have to watch out for traffic. He's done the right thing there. Just let all the traffic go through. Oh, that's very bad luck.
Go right now. Yep.
So Lockie's coming up to a bit of lap traffic
Please
now.
get out of the way.
And you can see the distance between the two now, so will Lockie Capel be able to get by car 31, Bradley Carr. This battle's certainly going to develop. Certainly not much has changed in the top
Cheers,
10.
Colby.
So you got
Nice on the
Varnell,
red bar.
Turner, Baxter, Beaumont, Urquhart 5th place, Spinoza 6th, Carr 7th, Capel 8th,
Go right, Brett, go
Pritchard
right.
9th, Agathos 10th. That is your top 10 at the
Copy
moment. And this is very interesting. It did look like Brad did get balked a little bit. And Carr in the background definitely needs a wheel alignment, but
Cheers,
this
Toby.
is the battle at the moment because Lockie is catching. So Brad has pulled into the pits and Lockie's gone through. Let's deal with a little bit of lap traffic there.
Thanks, Ash. Alright.
But we certainly will go through the field. We'll go through the top 20 now.
Thanks, mate.
So not much has changed. We've got Varnell, Turner, Baxter, top 3. Beaumont 4th, Urquhart 5th, Spinoza 6th, Capel 7th, Pritchard is in 8th, Agathos
Cheers, mate.
in 9th, Elder in 10th. So Brent Elder has made the top 10. Driving nice and consistent, keeping that car clean. Love that reflective livery too. I don't know, I've just got a special place in my heart for those reflective liveries, just looks fantastic. But yes, Brett Elder is in the top 10. Then you've got Ryan Barber, 11th, Fenley, 12th, Carr, 13th. He's dropped to 13th after his pit stop. Oliver in 14th. Ash Davis, 15th. Kobe Jordan, 16th. Jay Schultz, 17th. Lindsay Kurtz, 18th. Scott Rankin, 19th. And Troy Mortensen is in 20th. So that's your top 20 at the moment. Oh, we've had an issue with Mark Turner. Oh, there's been a huge incident. Absolutely huge incident. You can see the debris over the track. So that has just changed the top 10. And it does look like Brad Fenley's in the pits. Brent Elder's in the pits.
You're lucky you didn't turn yourself down.
So we've got Tom Pritchard coming into the
Oh, is that
pits.
so?
We've got Carr coming back into the pits for the second time now. That was quite a big incident.
Whipping around the track with a right front tyre that's not on.
There was 3 cars involved, and it looked like they all had to get a tow and go to the pits. So very unfortunate. But these cars are lightning quick, and the littlest of mistakes are exaggerated. Just fantastic times they're doing around this track. They're doing 1:15s, 1:16s. Just a phenomenal pace. Certainly a fantastic league
I think
to
I've got
come
no
and
damage
join.
at the front.
So I'll certainly put out there the
A little
global
bit, mate.
iRacing leagues. Now there is not
Sorry
just
about
one
the effort
league.
there, Tom. Hopefully you didn't get any damage out of it.
This is a sample of one of them. This
No,
is
come on,
Indy
I don't
cars.
know how, but...
So
Good stuff. I'm glad
global
you did it.
iRacing League Indy cars, global iRacing League NASCAR, and global iRacing League Supercars. 3 leagues. Go and check out their Facebook page. Go and check out their Discord channel. Fantastic series. Such a great response for this IndyCar series. 33 cars for the first round, first event. Just a great response, and great to see the quality of drivers out there. It actually puts me in awe how these drivers put these cars around the track in 1 minute 15. Just a sight to see. And I think what we will do is go on board with Rocket Cable, because this man is moving. He is our leader at the moment. He will be contending with some lap traffic. You can see how bumpy the tracks are. No room for error. Lap traffic does the right thing by getting out of the way there. A little bit of a slide, but certainly utilising those big slick tyres. Yeah, a little bit of patience through the bus stop. They're trying to get their power down without putting it around is certainly a task. And then you have this little kink, another little kink. And the rear end does want to step out, but it's phenomenal the amount of grip you do have in these cars. But yeah, those bumps are certainly something you have to contend with. Only experience and laps around this track will get you up to date. Oh, a little bit of a brake lock-up. I think he did just raise the wall there. But you can see that Lachlan Cable is trying very hard. And he does have a 6-second gap now to Peter Baxter. So Peter Baxter is your second place man. He is 6 seconds behind Lachlan Cable. Fitzroy Beaumont running in third at the moment. And he has got some hot customer following him by the name of Blake Urquhart. Absolutely fantastic to see. We did see another car go round then in the background. Blake Urquhart's not too far behind Fitzroy. He's only half a second behind, does have to contend with some lap traffic, but does the right thing, moves over, and a teammate, so I'd say there would have been a bit of team orders there. Please move aside, I'm racing for position. And this is for third and fourth. Very close, the traffic's been very good so far. Certainly what we've seen on this stream. Blake Urquhart on the outside. You saw that car bunny hopping. There was an accident in the background. A couple of back markers. Kobe Jordan and Troy Mortensen. So bad luck for those two. Looks like they got tangled after that long straight into the real-time left-hander. Right-hander.
Mark, I hope you don't mind, mate. I've jumped up into the broadcast booth with you with what was a really short race. I thought I'd try and help you out here and give you a little bit of a rest, mate, in the broadcast booth.
Oh, look, not a problem, Aidan. Been an absolute pleasure. We're just watching Fitzroy Beaumont at the moment. He was having an intense battle with Blake Urquhart, but Blake has slipped by. So that was quite good to see. But it did look like Fitzroy has got his own game plan at the moment, and he's really sticking to it, so he didn't put up too much of a fight, and he's just keeping that car nice and straight.
Yeah, how good is it by all the drivers? Couple of incidents early on, which we'd be expecting with a 33-34 car field around Detroit Isle tonight for round 1 of the Global iRacing League's IndyCar Series. But all the drivers doing a great job. How quick is Lachlan Capel, Blake Urquhart, Fitzroy Beaumont, Dimitri Agathos, all the guys at the front early on? They've been setting some blistering times through practice and in qualifying. They were down into the 1:14s. That is just nuts.
Oh, sorry to interrupt there, Aidan, but Lachlan Capel has just had a big accident. He is down to 5th position at the moment, but he has lost that front wing, so there will be no front end grip as we just saw it just shoveled straight ahead towards the wall. But yeah, absolutely fantastic to see the amount of support that Global iRacing League has had with a 33 car field in this first round. It's just absolutely amazing, and I was saying on the broadcast before, Aidan, that these lap times absolutely blistering, and I did take the viewers for a hot lap with Lachlan Capel around this bumpy circuit.
Yeah, definitely a very tricky circuit to navigate, let alone in these Indy cars being so low to the ground. They feel the bumps a lot more so than, say, your GT car or your supercar, which has a lot more suspension travel. But hey, it's a baptism of fire. Belle Isle, Detroit, round number 1 for Global iRacing Leagues. 10 rounds to go after this one, but it's a mixture of road and oval. So these guys might be going good at the moment on the road, but there's going to be a difference when we get to ovals and different type of things. But I tell you what, if we're getting 34 cars every single week, it's going to be amazing racing here for the Global iRacing League's IndyCar Series.
Yes, look, I think it'll only get bigger and better, and like I said, hit that Facebook page. Look, Global iRacing Leagues. There are 3 leagues available. You've got Indy cars, you've got Nascars, you've got supercars, so whatever your poison is, there's something there available. Facebook, Discord, look them up. Global iRacing Leagues. Just absolutely magnificent, and I must thank you, Aidan, for allowing me to commentate this fantastic series and to be a part of it. It's just spectacular.
My absolute pleasure, mate, and we wouldn't be able to bring all the action to all the viewers on the DRT Racing Network for your streaming if you didn't make yourself available to do it. So I really do appreciate it. We spoke today. It was a little bit of late notice, but you're getting this out there, and it's good to see all the drivers in supporting the Global iRacing Leagues for the Indy cars. And you did touch on, and I'll take the opportunity as we're now 19 into 35, just to give you a little bit of an insight into the Global iRacing League. So we've got the IndyCar Series that you see tonight. That runs every Monday night. It runs for a 10 rounds. 60% road, 40% oval. A lot of them, they're all the real-world IndyCar tracks. There will be 3 seasons this season in 2022 for the IndyCars, and they will be all live broadcasts. Hopefully, Mark, you'll be willing to jump in and broadcast all the remainder of the seasons. But for now, this is season 1. Of course, we've just seen round number 1 of the Supercar Series, the Inside Lane Productions Supercar series last Friday night, which was won by Corey Shepherd, second Brian Borg, and third Dylan Rudd. So we had a 37-car field around Monza last Friday night, and we expect an even bigger field, I suggest, this Friday night. And then NASCAR as well. We do NASCAR, obviously. I come from a lot of NASCAR through the iRacing server. So we do NASCAR, and we're going to be running the Real World NASCAR Series. 36 rounds it'll be, and it'll start early February here on the Global iRacing Leagues. So if you like a bit of NASCAR and you want to commit to 36 rounds of racing, jump on the Global iRacing Leagues. It'll start in the early of February, and it'll be every Tuesday night. So IndyCar Monday night, Tuesday night will be the NASCARs, and they'll be in the Gen 6, not in the next gens, just because we want to see what the next gens do with all the updates. So we're going to run what's proven, the Gen 6, and then on Friday night we'll have supercars. So that's the Global iRacing Leagues there, Mark.
Oh, mate, look, this is round one. How can we miss the next one? It'd be an absolute pleasure to stream this league for you guys, as we were just on board with Dave Oliver, and he has just done a spin. It was so close behind, and it looks like he just nipped a rear brake and put it around in that very tight, very tricky right-hander. So, yeah, it was a bit of bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck for him there. It's a very tricky track. We've seen a couple of the top drivers at the front made a couple of mistakes tonight, which it's very easy to do with these bumps around the Bell Isle. So it's probably not the end of those mistakes, but it's great driving. Pete Baxter at the moment is at the front, but great driving by everyone. Blake Urquhart, good evening to you, B. He'll know what I mean with that. It's our own in-joke, but Blake Urquhart in second spot as well. He's doing a great job there, so from Midline Sim Racing. But mate, you can have the opportunity. You are broadcasting the Global iRacing League's IndyCar series, but mate, you have the opportunity promote what you've got coming up for the Dalby Racing Team, and what you're doing series wise on a Saturday night. Promote your series here on the Global iRacing League's IndyCar series as a broadcaster, and if people want to be a part of what you're doing, let them know.
Yeah, look, appreciate that, Aidan. Yeah, the Dalby Racing Team is starting a Dalby Racing Team Rising Stars Championship. It's a 20-round championship that runs every fortnight. So we do have 4 endurance events incorporated into that, and endurance events we are doing an open registration, so you do not have to be a part of the championship to take part in the endurance events, due to the fact they're all going to be charity events.
And I just need to cut you off there, Mark. Jai Schultz and Pete Baxter, out of lead of the motor race, had a big incident.
Oh yes, yeah, we've just picked on that, and Peter Baxter was also involved in that, and you can see Jai Schultz's car. It is absolutely munted. That's the only word I can say right now, but certainly in need of repair, and he'll get that back to the pits as quick as possible, which he's doing so now. He's just entered the pit lane. But we certainly have more people, more pit action. Fitzroy Beaumont in the pits, and Alex is stayed out on the circuit, so he'll certainly take over that race lead for now. Yes, he will. Blake's just coming out of the pits and will pull in right behind him. So this is the race for the lead. But yeah, as I was saying, Aidan, yeah, certainly there's been a lot of interest. I believe we've got about 70 registrations already, so it's been a fantastic response to the Rising Stars Championship. There is prize money on offer too by Nana Duck Creations, so I certainly will put in a plug there. And yeah, so it's going to be a very long but a very interesting series, and it is capped to an I rating of 3,500. So it's for all those up-and-coming drivers who want to make it to the big league. Come and show your stuff, and come and show it live on LA Esports, who will be streaming the DRT League, and it should be fantastic to watch those V8 supercars go around.
Yeah, 100%, and hopefully I'll be in there driving that and supporting your series as well, mate. I got a win in your series around Phillip Island a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully I can jump in and get that job done again. But looking forward to that one anyway. No doubt it'll be sensational racing. And that's the thing about iRacing, we're all inclusive, we all run leagues, we broadcast for each other, we all support each other, and that's why we have so many cars and such great racing here for everything you watch, whether it be through the Dalby Racing Team broadcasting, whether it be through LRE Sports Pete Grattan, whether it be through my broadcast, the Indy Esports Network, or any other broadcasters through the iRacing platform. That is why you have so much to watch, and the racing is so good. So, and that's what we're seeing tonight, exactly. And Blake Urquhart's taken the lead now over Fitzroy Beaumont there, I see, Mark.
Yes, that's correct. We're just watching Blake at the moment, just doing his stuff. He seems to be settled in quite nicely. He's into a groove and hitting all those apexes really well. So he's, 7.8 seconds ahead, and it looks like he is stretching a bit as we speak. So I'm certainly watching the battle for second and third, because Ryan Barber has had an incident, and he's a slow car on track. He's trying to get back to the pits, and he may have held up Fitzroy just that fraction, which would allow Dimitri Agathos to close that gap a little bit. They're at 3 seconds at the moment, so could be...
That's really unfortunate there for Ryan Barber, because Ryan Barber and Tom Pritchard are my teammates. So unfortunate there for Ryan Barber, the young 16-year-old. Started at the back in started sort of midfield at 22nd, made his way up inside the top 10, and unfortunate there from the 05 Southern Stars Esports entry.
Yeah, but I was talking to the audience before, and we are all in awe of how these drivers are driving these cars. Now, you've just come out of one. I mean, can you explain to the viewers how gentle you have to be on the throttle? What do the bumps feel like in these cars? Does it actually throw you around? Does it alter your apexes and everything? Do you have to be this precise on this track?
Yeah, you definitely have to be precise. I was disappointed at how my race ended. I was just on the outside of the top 10 there, and got taken out on the first lap, but that happens, and we move on. But answer to your question is, you've got to be very precise. Maybe turn your force feedback down a little bit, because the bumps are so prevalent, especially through turn number 5. It's about slowing the car down, getting it rotated. If you drive it in too hard through the bumpy corners, with them being so low, it won't get rotated and getting onto the gas. So less is more. I found, obviously, I was about a second off the pace of the likes of Lockie off the pole tonight. But a second's not hard to find around the street course either, if you get it right, and being in a draft and having your push to pass, etc. These guys do have a push to pass tonight as well, or several of them. But yeah, it's finesse, mate. It's not necessarily about the throttle finesse. What I found is I'm on with Blake at the moment, not sure what you're looking at, but I found it's about slowing the car down and getting it rotated through the bumpy corners, because the faster you're going through there, the car's not being able to have 4 wheels on the ground to be able to get around the corner. So just managing that throttle input, or that pace on entry, and then your throttle input through the apex and out on exit.
Well, that's a good insight, ladies and gentlemen, on how to contain these beasts. And unfortunately, Jay Schultz has looped it around a little bit. He had a bit of an incident. He's coming onto the main straight now. He's not going into the pit, so he might have just looped it, which is a bit unfortunate. But Blake Urquhart is still in the lead, and he is a good 10.7 seconds ahead, so he's certainly storming away with it. But just on one of your other comments before, Aidan, getting that car stopped, getting it into that corner, we were on board with Lachlan Capel. I believe when he did make that little bit of an error, did go in a little bit too deep, and you could see those bumps actually work on those front wheels in a negative way, and gave him a hell of a lot of understeer.
Yeah, they do, and it is iRacing, and it's mapped like almost 100%. in a sim sense to the real world. So when they're hitting those bumps, especially in these Indy cars, they're so low. If you see the Formula 1 cars in the real world, you see the sparks coming off the under tray on the bottom of the car. It's very similar here on the Indy cars, especially around Belle Isle. So when that under tray is hitting the floor and your front wheels are off the ground, and it only needs to be a millimetre, you can't get that car turned. So you can see that it's very prevalent, especially on Belle Isle. Like I said, it was probably a little bit of a baptism of fire for round number 1. We probably could have picked a better track in relation to easiness to drive, but it is a good track to drive, and with our other 9 rounds, it's definitely going to mix it up. It doesn't mean what we see tonight's what we're going to see as the winner of the championship at the end of this one, but they're very reactive there to the bumps, and also with the setup that we've got in. It's a driver's track. It's a real driver's track, driver's setup, and the driver that does it the best tonight is going to get the win for round 1 of the Global iRacing League's IndyCar Series.
We've got an issue through the bus stop. It's number 33. It's Lindsay Kearns has had a big one, had to exit out of that, so big damage on that car. It looked like a crumpled up spider just been hit by a newspaper. It did not look pretty.
Yeah, unfortunate there from Lindsay. Big incident. First one of many tonight. Only seeing now 7 cars on the lead lap though, Mark. So a lot of cars with a lot of incidents, but with 29 now into 35, pit lane strategy, etc. is going to play a part in this one. What fuel map people are running. Obviously, they can change their fuel map too. Whether Blake Urquhart can get to the end or Fitzroy Beaumont, do they have to come through pit lane again? I'm not quite sure because I'm not looking at live timing or anything at the moment because I was in the car, but I'll tell you what, we're 29 into 35. Still a little bit to play out yet, but Blake Urquhart doing a great job at the front. He's extended the lead now to just over 22 seconds over Fitzroy Beaumont and Alex Spinozzi in 3rd position.
Yes, Fitzroy Beaumont has just come out of the pit, so I'd say that will be his last pit stop until the end of this race. So that lead of 35 seconds to Blake Urquhart will be chewed up very quickly if Blake needs to go into the pits, and I'd say he has to do one more stop. Another 6 laps of this track will click down to 5 to go. And this is your top 5 at the moment. It is Urquhart, Beaumont, Spinozzi, Oliver, Pritchard. That is
and
your
Urquhart's
top 5.
in the pit lane.
Oh, he's just gone into pits, has he? Yes, he has. We've just picked that up on the live feed. Blake Urquhart in the pits, so we'll see where Fitzroy Beaumont is at the moment. And he's just going through the bus stop, so he's not too far away.
We'll see whether he picked up the time here on the fresh tyres, whether he's going to be able to get that undercut on Blake Urquhart. He was a little bit behind Blake when Blake come into pit lane. It's a very short pit stop and Blake's already out of pit lane. So Fitzroy Beaumont not able to get close to Blake. So Blake has done a great job there with his pit strategy and he's kept that gap at the front, and it's now at about 17 seconds. So he only lost about 5 seconds by staying out that lap or 2 longer than Fitzroy Beaumont there.
Yeah, look, with the live timing, mate, we are at a 9-second gap between Blake Urquhart and Fitzroy Beaumont, so it did reduce a little bit, but like you said...
My
brilliant.
apologies, mate. I don't have live timing up.
Yep,
I'm relying on iRacing, so my apologies.
No, you're right, mate, but like you said, Blake is an absolute genius with his pit strategies. He's done the right thing. How those cars bump, rock and roll through the corners is absolutely unbelievable. I really don't know how you guys hang on to them.
Well, it's actually quite disappointing from my point of view because I started next to Blake Urquhart tonight in the race and he's now winning. So disappointing for myself, but it's not about me at the moment. Blake Urquhart doing a great job, made his way up into P number 1. Tell you what though, mate, I don't know if you caught my crash on the broadcast, but it's a night that what could have been for myself and even Darren McKenzie, my teammate, but all these drivers doing a great job at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So looks like they're cycling through their pit stops now, and Blake Urquhart leading this race, followed by Fitzroy Beaumont. Alex Spinozzi running in 3rd place. That's who we are viewing at the moment. Dave Oliver in 4th, Tom Pritchard 5th, Ash Davis in 6th, Brad Fenley in 7th, Scott Rankin in 8th, Ryan Barber in 9th. Peter Baxter in 10th. That is your top 10 at the moment. And yes, hats off to everybody out there, to all involved. Fantastic series. Oh, just still in awe, mate. Still in awe about how these guys can get these cars around the track in 1 minute 15, 1 minute 16.
Well, mate, I'll let you keep talking here on the broadcast booth. I'll let you finish it off. I'll go down and do some race control stuff and finish off what has been a great night for round number 1 of the Global iRacing League's IndyCar Series. But thanks for letting me up into the booth, mate, and Blake Urquhart's just had a bit of an incident there, so have a look at that one. But thanks for letting me up into the booth, mate. I'll let you finish this one off and we'll see you at round number 2.
Not a problem. Thank you, Aidan, and good luck for next round. So we're on board with Blake Urquhart now. He's leading this race. There is an 8.5. Oh, he's coming down dramatically. So looks like Fitzroy has gained a bit of time. And Blake has been caught up by that lap traffic a little bit. So it's down to 8.3 seconds. And we are 32 laps in of 35. So we are on the downhill slide now. Alex still running in 3rd position, and he's only 3 seconds behind Fitzroy, so just a little error and he'll be in the hunt for that 2nd position. But just outside of the top 5, it is Tom Pritchard running in 5th, but Ash Davies 0.2 seconds behind. It looks like this will be the battle. Davies is trying to get a run on him, will go on board. Bit optimistic having a look there, but just showing the nose, just telling Tom that he's there, just flashing himself in the mirrors just to try and unsettle him a little bit, force him into an error. He'll be biding his time. He's still got a few laps left. Slamming on the brakes down into that tight right hand and into the bus stop. Very tricky section of the track. Very bumpy. You can get the car sideways extremely easy. Certainly an intense battle, and we have had a change in lead. Fitzroy has taken over the lead, so it's Beaumont, Spinozzi, Oliver. Urquhart has had an incident. He has gone into the pits for a quick fix-up and he's back out again, and he has rejoined in 6th position. But this man, Beaumont, leading the race. He's got a 4-second lead. Alex will be doing everything to try and catch up. Be trying to curb that 4 seconds in the next lap and a quarter. And Oliver is about 28 seconds behind Spinozzi, so he's certainly consolidated that 3rd position and has driven extremely well. But we will go back to the leader. We'll go back to Beaumont. Has driven a fantastic race, Fitzroy Beaumont. We thought Blake had it in the bag and a little incident, and it's put him down now. He's running in 5th place, but this man has kept it clean. Kept it quick. So coming up to the last lap now. White flag, he's out. Last lap, last lap. Looks like Spinozzi has just dropped back a little bit. He's what, 7.4? So, I mean, gap is consistent. And Oliver just coming onto the main straight now to go over for his last lap. Fantastic race, fantastic to see so many cars in here. Global iRacing League, check it out. Be a part of this amazing, amazing league. Facebook, Discord, IndyCars, NASCARs, Supercars. I mean, what's your poison? Go have a look at Global iRacing League. But this man, Fitzroy Beaumont, fantastic race. He's 9.4 seconds ahead of Alex Spinozzi. Here he comes onto the main straight, checkered flag. Fitzroy Beaumont wins round 1. Alex Spinozzi onto the main straight now, takes the checkered flag. Fantastic race by him too. And Dave Oliver will finish in 3rd position. Ash Davies will come across the line in 4th. Coming onto that main straight now. Number 955 car. There he goes. Blake Urquhart, 5th position, recovered well. Scott Rankin just cleared the bus stop and he'll be heading towards that that last couple of corners before that checkered flag. Fantastic. So Scott Rankin finishes 6th position. But this man, Fitzroy Beaumont, well done. So here's your top 10. It's Beaumont, Spinozzi, Oliver, Davis, Urquhart, Rankin, Pritchard, Fenley, Barber and Baxter. That is your top 10. Then we have Agathos, Jay Schultz, Cowham, Capel, Campbell, Bullock, Tomlin, Koch, Elder, Mortensen is your top 20. 21st, Mookie, Carr, Cairns, Robertson, McClellan, Van Dell, Jordan, Turner, Kersey, Osturkman. That is your 30. Darren McKenzie, Aidan Schultz and Joe Terran finish out the top 33 cars. So fantastic to see 33 cars, but well done to Fitzroy Beaumont. Great win. First round here at Detroit, Belle Isle. Victory lane for this man. So certainly Dave is celebrating in the correct fashion there. Well done to him, 3rd place. Fantastic effort. Kept it clean, kept it consistent, and it paid off. But this man, Fitzroy, feel sorry for Blake Urquhart, you know, leading the race by such a substantial margin. But it certainly, here we go. A little bit of an axle damage there. But look, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Well done to Fitzroy Beaumont, Alex Spinozzi and David Oliver. That is your top 3 from the Global iRacing League. This is the IndyCar Series round run from Detroit. Belle Isle is done. We'll see you all next week. We'll go to the green room now and we'll speak to our top 3. All right, we've just popped into the green room now, and we do have Alex Spinozzi here, who has finished 2nd place. We will wait for the other drivers to come in, but we'll just have a chat to Alex right now to get some sort of an idea. How was it out there on that track? It looked very bumpy, very tricky, needed a lot of concentration.
Yeah, definitely going to have the Panadol in a minute because, yeah, a bit dizzy, but that's all right.
Yeah, that screen would have been jumping up and down all over the place. It was amazing to watch. Some of those corners, you could see the cars bunny hopping around, but no, well done to absolutely everybody. We'll speak to Dave Oliver first, who's finished in third position. And well done, Dave. How was the drive? How did it go?
Far out. I need a beer after that one. That's all I can say. But yeah, didn't qualify as well as I'd hoped. I think I was just outside the 10. I think in that top 15-ish way, and got a fairly clean-ish start, and then had a tap on the fence about 4 laps in. And then, 3 laps in, and then the next lap I made a stupid mistake at turn 12 and ripped the front left wheel off it. So luckily it was only 2 corners from the pits. So that was luckily around when the top up would have been. So I kind of did a reverse strategy and then kind of just filled it up each of the next couple stops from the end there. And luckily I kind of had a fair bit of clear-ish track. But yeah, just tried to survive, keep it clean, and bloody surprised that I got top 3. I was, I would have been chuffed with a top 15, top 10, because I think I dropped all the way down to 26 or something like that. So,
yeah, it certainly was a good fight back, Dave, and altering that pit strategy, it certainly worked out for you, and it's given you the result. So third place, well done. We will speak to Alex Spinozzi now. So Alex, second place, well done. Tell us your thoughts on round 1.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable experience. This track is crazy fun, but crazy scary. I had a really good run. Made a mistake right in front of Fitzroy, actually. So was in front of him at one point. I think I qualified 7th. So yeah, made a little mistake on lap 2, I believe. Dropped down to 12th or something. And then, just kept my nose clean. No mistakes. Fuel saved a lot to get home. I literally came home across the line with 0.1 of a litre. So that was lucky. But it was good fun.
Look, fantastic result, Alex, and it seems to be a bit of a trend here that Alex and Dave had incidents early on in the race and had to fight their way back, kept it clean, and it's given them the result. So now we'll go to Fitzroy Beaumont. Well done, mate. You're the first one. Winner, chicken dinner, Global iRacing League Round 1 winner.
Yeah, thanks. I really was not expecting that, to be completely honest. Qualified 8th, sort of was hoping maybe for a top 5 if I kept my nose clean, but no, everyone was so fast as well. Blake, Alex, Dave, everyone in the field was so quick, and I just made it my goal to just stay as clean as possible, and I was dropping lap times a lot, but I was just focusing on, don't bin it. And then, as soon as I saw Blake go into the pits and thought, hang on, what's going on here? So last few laps I was definitely shaking a little bit, but I'm over the moon with that. That's brilliant.
No, look, Fitzroy, an absolutely fantastic result, and certainly does get the adrenaline pumping when you take over the lead of that race and there's only a few to go. And unfortunately, Blake did touch the wall and needed to get some damage fixed. He was certainly hemorrhaging time after that little incident. So, no, keeping it clean, keeping it straight, certainly been a fantastic strategy for the top 3. And we do congratulate Fitzroy. Fantastic win, mate. Any last words, Fitzroy?
Oh, no, I just want to say thanks to the team. Thanks to my crew chief, Corey. It was really good. To be a single car as well out there, it was really good. But big props to you as your Autosport guys. That was really good.
Fantastic. Alex, any last words?
Thanks to my teammates for crashing so they could look after me with fuel. That was really helpful. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have made it, to be honest.
Okay. Dave, any last words?
Just big thanks to the Synergy Sim Racing guys and Bin Chicane Racing. And yeah, I was definitely hoping you had to pit there at the end there, Alex. So I was trying to push as hard as I could. But yeah, you did well to make it at the end there. So well done to you and well done again to Fitzroy.
No, fantastic top three there. Fitzroy Beaumont, Alex Spinozzi and David Oliver. Put your hands together. What a fantastic race. Round one, Global iRacing Lead. Go check it out on Facebook, on Discord. They have got your poison there. Indy cars, NASCARs, supercars. Have a look. Join the league. What a lot of fun. And we will just end the stream there and we will see you next week. Round two. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.